Hello, everyone. My name is Alacia Kaye, and welcome to the Road Trip to Discovery. This presentation represents my journey through this course, where I explored how Student Organization Advisor Support, SOAS, influences student engagement, SE. Like planning a long road trip, this project took time, research, and direction. Every project became a stop along the way, teaching me how advisors fuel motivation and belonging for students. Each turn of this journey revealed something new about leadership, connection, and growth. And today, I'm excited to share what I discovered along the ride. The joy of exploring the travel itinerary. Every great road trip begins with a plan. So here's our travel itinerary. We'll start out with Project 1. Then we'll go to the map, which is part of Project 2. The route itself, Project 3. Roadside evidence, which is also a part of Project 3. Road safety, scenic overlook, hidden gems, travel scrapbook, navigation, and then our final stop. Each destination highlights a milestone. Theory, method, data, and reflection all tied to how student organization advisors shape engagement and success. Our top destinations to explore. The starting point. This is our research focus. The first stop on this trip was defining my research question. How does student organization advisor support influence student engagement? The independent variable was SOAS, the engagement, accountability, and guidance advisors provide to student leaders. The dependent variable was SE, the motivation, sense of belonging, and participation students experience through campus involvement. The purpose of this was to determine whether supportive advising influences engagement and commitment. Research by Gao, along with his colleagues 2025, and Gazzardo, along with his colleagues 2021, showed that advisor communication and mentorship increase motivation and persistence. This stop set my direction, reminding me that advisors are the compass students use to navigate their educational journey. Budgeting for your journey. This is the map, the theoretical framework, which is part of Project 2. Before setting off, every traveler needs a reliable map. My research used two guiding routes, self-determination theory, STD, and social cognitive theory, SCT. Deci and Ryan's 2000 self-determination theory explains that motivation grows when autonomy, competence, and relatedness are supported. Bandura's 1997 social cognitive theory focuses on self-efficiency, which is the belief in one's ability to succeed. Together, these theories inform my map and budget. They guided my route and explained how advisor encouragement builds confidence, independence, and engagement. Without these theoretical directions, I would have been driving blind. So, every trip, you have to pack smart. So, Project 2 would be part of the conceptual model. Once the map was clear, it's time to pack our essentials, my conceptual model. The model linked advisor support, motivation, and self-efficiency, which was also linked to engagement, age, commuter status, and first-generation identity as moderating variables. It served as the GPS for my research, ensuring I didn't veer off the course. Studies by Wang and colleagues 2025 and McCain, along with his colleagues 2024, supported this route, showing that advisor involvement improves leadership and belonging. Every piece of this model was an intentional item in my luggage, packed to keep the journey organized and purposeful. Roadside evidence. So this is our data collection. After planning and packing, it's time to gather evidence along the road. I created a quantitative Likert scale survey in type form, consisting of 10 items, 5 on advisor support and 5 on student engagement. 22 students, organization members participated, sharing how often their advisors communicated, provided feedback, and encouraged involvement. Once the surveys were collected, I analyzed the data using SPSS software. which stands for Statistical Package for the Social Sciences. I like to think of SPSS as the GPS for my research. I entered my coordinates, which was the survey data, and it calculated the most accurate route to my findings. SPSS produced a Pearson correlation coefficient, R equals 0.85, showing a strong positive relationship between advisor support and student engagement. In simple terms, when advisor support increased, student engagement rose too. This stop served as my rest area, a moment to pause, to look at the numbers and confirm I was headed in the right direction. Staying safe while traveling. So, no good trip is complete without safety checks. Before collecting data, I made sure participants understood the study and provided consent. No personal information was collected, and all responses were stored securely. Following Creswell and Creswell 2018, I reviewed responses for missing data, confirmed reliability, and created backups, my research version of carrying a spare tire. These safety measures were my seatbelts, keeping the research ethical, transparent, and reliable from start to finish. And as you can see on the slides, I have a few more recommendations here as well. So here's my scenic overlook. After miles of collecting and analyzing data, I finally reached the scenic overlook, my key findings. The results showed that students with strong advisor support experienced higher motivation, stronger confidence, and deeper engagement. They were more active in their organizations and more likely to take on leadership roles. These findings supported Deci and Ryan's 2000 theory of eccentric motivation and Bandura's 1997 self-efficacy principle. Studies by Gazzardo and his colleagues and McCain and colleagues 2024 also echoed this, linking advisor encouragement to belonging and persistence. This moment was a breathtaking view after a long climb, proof that my research map was accurate and the journey was worth every mile. Hidden gems, developing the research question, which is part of Project 4. Every trip has unexpected discoveries, hidden gems you find when you least expect them. While refining my research question, I learned that clarity is everything. Originally, my question was broad, but I narrowed it to focus specifically on student organization advisors rather than all academic advisors. According to Green and Ladinsky, 2021, curiosity starts the journey, but precision keeps you on the road. Using Creswell and Creswell's 2018 design approach, I aligned my questions with theory and measurement. These hidden gems, those small moments during revision, shaped the rest of the trip and gave my study sharper directions. The Travel Scrapbook, Building the Code Book. Also, Project 4. Every traveler keeps souvenirs, and my code book was exactly that, a scrapbook of my research. Following Ritchie and colleagues 2022, I created a detailed code book that refined each variable, documented the response patterns, and tracked themes like advisor communication, encouragement, and student motivation. This code book preserved the memories of my data, each theme representing a moment in the journey. It also served as a record of transparency, making it possible for others to follow my path with clarity. Navigation, data analysis, and responsible research. With the data organized, it was time to navigate home. Using descriptive and comparative statistics, I identified consistent patterns across responses. I acknowledged limitations such as sample size, but ensured that my reporting stayed transparent and ethical. As Creswell and Creswell 2018 note, responsible research means showing your real route, not just the scenic parts. Analyzing data with integrity kept me on the right road and ensured future researchers can follow this same journey without losing their way. If you look at the slide, there are some other information that you guys can use when it comes to conducting your research with integrity and care. Protecting the participant privacy and obtain a form of consent is always important. Citing your sources accurately and report results honestly. Minimize bias with consistent coding and transparent methods, and sharing findings clearly with advisors and peers for feedback. So now it's time for the final stop, reflection and travel logs. As I pull into the final stop, I can look back with appreciation for everything this road trip has taught me. This research confirmed that student organization and advisor support is a critical driver of student engagement, confidence, and belonging. Through each project, I learned how theory connects to practice and how ethical, well-structured research can make a real impact. Moving forward, I plan to apply these lessons to strengthen advisor training on campus, helping advisors communicate effectively, motivate students, and promote involvement. Like every good adventure, this trip may have reached its final destination, but the lessons I've learned will guide every new journey. Each mile on this academic highway shaped me into a stronger leader and lifelong learner. Thank you for traveling with me on this road trip to discovery. Here's my travel log with my references that I used through this project. Have a good day.